was your brain story? How did you how did you feel like how did you like what was your perspective on the boys growing up playing music, and how did you feel like you nurtured that?
Well, it started way back. Always been involved in music, pretty much all my life. You know, uh, singing in choirs, singing in groups. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, church, and so I used to wonder if my kids were influenced by anything I did, and lo and behold, they carry the torch to the next generation.
What was one of the defining moments, like as early as you can remember, of like any of us being into music?
Well, I used to go to the swap meet, and I found a program about music that teaches you music. And it was
Like a
like,
video?
no, it was actually a program that teaches
Oh,
you
on
how
the
to read
computer?
notes, what rhythms about,
Oh
and
shit.
everything.
Yeah.
And I first showed it to Tony,
Yeah.
and what's your friend's name?
Jerome?
Russian my dude,
Oh, Timote.
Timo.
Timotei.
Mm.
Anyway, so I was trying to put spark the fire right there for them to get interested.
Tim
in it,
already
'cause
knew how to
they
read
were all
music.
into skating at that time.
Yeah, yeah.
So I try to get them to interested in something else. I grew up listening to every style of music. My dad exposed me to the Beatles, Earth, Wind and Fire, Rufus, Shaka Khan. I mean, they
Yeah.
were so.
A lot of funk,
James
huh?
Brown.
Oh yeah, a lot of funk. James Brown.
I remember he used to say.
And
when I
then
was
and
little.
then on the other hand, I was exposed to like Deep Purple,
Some psychedelic shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
Black Sabbath,
Yeah.
and there was a little phase of that. So I mean,
There's a
I
bunch.
was I knew that music brought life to me,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I just wanted to share that with the world, with everybody.
Yeah.
So I had opportunity to travel,
Yeah.
with New York. I went to Japan, singing with different
Gospel groups, right?
gospel groups,
Church groups.
and
What
then
about with Stevie Wonder?
Stevie Wonder.
Oh,
man.
yeah,
he
that's
was
right.
he was my
Yo, shout out
idol.
to Charles Kelly.
Oh, Charles Kelly, yeah. He's
Yo.
a man. He's a man that had all
Charles
the
Kelly.
connections.
Yeah.
I mean, he played with Earth, Wind and Fire. He did a couple of Usher projects.
No
and
shit. He
Damn,
did
I
with
didn't know
Usher?
that.
Yeah.
That's epic.
He was
What?
trying to get us to record with them, but we had to get in the union, and it was like about $2,000 for
shit.
for a
It's
choir.
drama,
That was
yeah.
difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's drama.
But the coming back to the brain story, it was like I've been there from the beginning.
Yeah.
Going to all the shows and
Dig it.
and seeing them progress and seeing their talents mature and
Hey, you got me my first bass
yeah.
from the
Yeah.
swap meet.
I love swap meets and I love pawn shops. That's what I got
That's
both
the
of your,
magic.
both of your instruments
Yeah.
from. I used to go to the swap meet, buy some golf clubs, then take it to
Flip 'em.
the pawn shop and trade
Flip
them for
it, yeah.
instruments.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
And that's how I got Tony's first bass.
That's
What
awesome.
was your first bass, Tony?
It was a Squire Precision
Yeah.
bass. Blue
Sick.
and
That-
white.
That navy blue one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sold it to Shane.
Damn, Shane Latham still has it, huh?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
feel sure
yeah.
he still has it.
He's trying to get a studio going.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Shane, man.
Yeah, shame, man. That's-
Small- boy,
smile.
Translu, oh my God! Shout out to
Smallest smile.
Translu, man. Smallest smile.
Smallest smile.
MC Ick Day.
So for Rialto, to see all these kids just be inspired by music and just going out there and doing it, all styles, rap,
Yeah.
Brian Edwards. remember?
Shout out to Brian Edwards.
He's
man.
he's my
It's your
son.
boy.
Yeah.
I just claimed him when they first brought him to the house. This house has been a nest for just
Nurturing talent.
nurturing talent.
All kinds of fools.
So
Men and
it's
women.
cool even to see Chicano Batman where they came from and now where they're at now. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
They're,
That's incredible.
they're each exploring their own individuality through music, and it's amazing because they're creating genres of music, that everybody can listen to,
Yeah.
all ages, and it's political, and
Not
it's just
political.
wisdom being put out into the universe, and really sharing love with the world.
Yeah, true.
We need that so bad right now,
Oh yeah, man. Yep, yep.
and music is a powerful tool
Yeah,
to
to do so.
yeah, to express yourself, and to the songs to me are like prayers,
Yeah,
trying to just reach out and love someone,
yeah.
know
Mhm.
somebody. You cross a path with somebody that's a different color. They came from a different environment, and
Mhm.
and you and you know how much we have in common when you do that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, and
Music,
and and
We all
it's
music
and it,
connect
binds
to it the
us.
it
same way.
turns into a big family. What it
Yeah,
is
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
of
what it
love
is.
and
We got a big ass family that came to this house.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's how we learned how to play music.
That's how we learn how to play music.
So I feel like this is just the beginning.
Yeah,
This is
you're
this
right.
is
Still here
you
doing
know
this shit.
Amen.
yeah.
Amen.
Still here doing this shit.
Preach.
Yep.
Fucking
So going back to Brainstory, I've been to most of their shows,
True.
and just seeing them develop, and just loving music, and trying to create. Guido here writes a lot. Tony,
Yeah.
Kevin's, he's got a great voice, and Eric over there, man, he just brings it all together as far as the rhythms, and
Yeah.
the improvisation,
Yeah.
and you're letting your soul out to the world to be healed.
To feast on it, baby.
Yeah.
Feast
Yeah,
on
yeah.
that soul, man. Everybody needs that shit. I think that's one main thing about what we try to do when we play for people, or when we connect with people in general, is just have a soulful connection, a fulfilling, you know, just something that's real. We want to give something that's real to the world, not something that's so,
Commercial.
even commercial, or just like it's just like it raw. Like, we just want to give you the
Be
raw
raw.
love, give
Yeah.
you show you the mistakes. Like, I'll make mistakes all the time, but I don't. When I'm with music, it's like music is always forgivable. Like, any mistake, any flaw. Like, even today, man, we played the wedding gig, and I hadn't even played jazz in a long time. I was
we were
fucking
playing
up.
That was
tight.
fun.
But
You
I
guys
just
were
like
amazing.
I just don't
We
give
were
a
playing
fuck
so fun.
anymore,
Yeah,
and
who
it just
cares?
feels good to not give a fuck and just play. Like, and I think that's just the essence of what we're trying to do, is show people that freedom. Because I
Yeah.
feel like people get cold feet when like, either they're on the spot, or like they're trying to get a project together. I know a lot of people who are trying to make music, and one thing I always want to just tell them is just stop giving a fuck and just do it.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
Be
told
raw.
I told somebody today, we're pretty much, this is what we're made to do.
yeah,
We have all these talents in us, and we're made to express these talents and to inspire other people.
Word.
And just my niece, she just,
Yo, shout out to Nanas.
nah.
Man.
Damn, she was singing so
She was
bomb.
singing from her
Yeah.
heart, man.
For real,
she
man.
She
She was
didn't
like
get shy or
Beyonce.
nothing.
Yo.
Usually she was shy when she sang, and she didn't. She
Shout out
wasn't
to
really
Nanas.
present. But now
She was like
she
Beyonce.
was. Oh yeah,
That
She
shit was
sure
hard.
was.
That
The
shit
The
changed.
Chicana Beyonce.
That shit changed my. It really did change my whole
it was
perspective
buck.
Yeah.
on
No, but
singing and
Like a large part of what I got out of it was what I was telling Eric. Like, in our family, fools just know how to do that shit.
It's
Yeah.
natural.
It's just in us. I remember when we were at Grandpa Tony's funeral, and it was you and two, maybe I think it was Uncle Dino and
oh yeah, the brothers.
Uncle Jacob and Adam, our cousin Adam,
Yeah.
and then
Ah,
you guys
yeah.
did Amazing Grace in 4-part harmony,
Ooh.
and
Improvised.
then at the end, this fool Adam did like a straight up like a Bach like plagal cadence, like
Yo.
I was like, what the
Cousin
fuck?
Adam's
Getting all plagal on
Well,
it.
this fool just really cadenced all like,
I remember
like,
that. That's true.
it was, like all of our uncles
Oh yeah.
and are just talented as shit.
Yeah, I think today
And
too is a special
fools
day.
just
Our cousin got married. We got to play. They always invite us to play. You know,
They're
the
proud of you
wedding and
guys.
stuff, man. Yeah, and it's just beautiful to be able to share what we, because we don't get to make all the birthdays, all the whatever,
we're
and
out here
you know,
playing
Right.
shows and
we gotta
shit.
play shows or shit
Do
like
this and
that,
that.
On
and
tour.
just to be able to like, cause honestly, I wouldn't want to just sit there when I go. Like,
Yeah.
I
Want
actually,
to be a
if
part of it.
if anything, I want to play music
Yeah.
all the time. So being able to go to some family functions and really share that with them, because I
Yeah.
know they are proud of that shit, and it just feels good, to
It's
be
g-
able to.
it's good to play in front of your family instead of just random strangers, which
It's
is cool,
true. It's
the
true.
audience and all that, but
It inspires them,
you know,
Yeah.
it's different when
'Cause,
it's your grandma.
It
You know,
brings
man.
life.
Playing jazz for your
Yeah.
grandma. Come on,
At the
dog.
end of the day, we trying to buck and let everybody buck with us because
Fucking tryna buck
everybody needs a good bucking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody needs
Yeah,
a
dog.
good fucking bucking.
We need to
You know
bite
what I'm
that soul
saying?
booty.
We need a fucking,
Bite it.
we're over here in the stables with the fucking 9 to 5 jobs and shit like that, working your ass off, 2 jobs
You need a
sometimes
job.
He's
just
on
to
the
make ends
grind.
meet. And shit, man, you need to buck a little bit. You
Yeah,
need
you
to be
gotta
yourself
live.
more.
Come out of your
gotta
your
live.
body and just soar.
Yep.
Just
And
let
that's
your
what the
soul
music-
We're not
soar.
meant to just be doing this shit.
We're
like that.
not. Nobody's meant to be in a fucking stable.
No,
in a
We're
cubicle.
supposed to be free in
many
nature.
We're
people
supposed to be.
are.
But
I know. You know what I
Fuck
mean?
it.
So it's just like, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to let everybody buck with us. It's not just we're up there doing our thing. Like, we want everybody to really know that it's through our love of music that we could share the experience of bucking, which is being free. Really, it's just being free.
Yeah.
At the end of the
Wholehearted.
day.
that's what we used
Wholehearted.
to call it even before Buck.
Yeah,
Get
that's
free.
true. Getting
Get
free.
free.
Getting
Yep,
free.
At
that's
back to the
right.
grind.
Free your mind.
Free. Fuck it.
Also, shout out to anybody in the IE that you're doing your thing. You're trying to grind. You're trying
Serious
to do your art.
cartoons.
Yo, exactly.
Yeah.
You're trying to grind. You're trying. Shout out to you because you know what? It's possible. I never thought that shit was possible. Being in Rialto in my room over
Yeah,
here,
especially
Live your
from Rialto.
dreams.
There ain't shit here.
but it's possible. We can do
Live
this
your
shit,
dreams.
especially when we come together as artists, as
Powerful.
creators.
Yeah.
It's more than just us, man. We're doing something bigger
Yeah,
when
we're
we come
we're
together.
still doing it. We've been
So
doing
hit
it
us
forever.
up. Hit us up. And even if you're not even sure about what you want to do, hit us up, man. We want to be, I think I don't know. I think we want to get it together. We want people to be able to express themselves out here.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
outlet out here. That was one thing growing in the IE that I learned once I started to understand how to really make music work for me and work for everybody that I was with, make money or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Is that out here we're as artists in the IE we're strangled. There's no venues. There's no really investment in the community.
There's
through
no live
art,
music.
There's no live music. Yeah,
it
this
can't
is
be
a
out.
this
But
is a
hey, but you know what?
public service
I've-
announcement. and
I've
shit.
heard fucking promoters and fucking industry fools be like, in LA, like, who are these Inland Empire people? Like Quita Penas,
Oh, we got a
right.
squad, man.
you know
we
what I
got a
mean?
squad.
Like-
Yanga.
Yanga. We're fucking out here, and these fools are down, and
Yeah.
fools are down. They feel the fire, cause I think too, because there was nothing, we made it out of nothing. We did it with love, without no opportunities.
Helping each other.
Just
Helping
for-
each other.
Really just to fulfill our own selves as human beings, because there's no jobs out here. I got a music degree. What am I to work in a warehouse?
I ain't trying to work at Amazon.
Hell
Shit,
no.
fuck that.
Fuck that shit.
The wrong Amazon is burning.
Exactly, dog. For reals. And so because we just did it out of love, like that's translating, because the shit's raw as fuck.
'Cause it's real.
It's real.
Raw, free jazz.
So, Dad, tell us more about. I've always wanted to know, like, what got you into music? What the fuck?
Yeah,
like,
what is
you
the
were
origin of
exposed to all
that?
that shit, but
How
like,
do-
what was your earliest memory where you're like, I want to fuck with music? You know what I mean?
Or like, when did you start singing?
I
or
knew
like,
I knew the song was inside me.
The song.
As a kid, as
Yeah.
a child, I could do amazing things with my voice. I could sound like Michael Jackson. I could sound like whoever was popular there at the time.
I
And
feel that.
I think it started pretty much in the 6th grade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, I
Damn.
started finding my voice.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I take that back. I was in kindergarten,
Lit.
Wow.
and I used to sing "These Boots Are Made for Walking," and these little Mexican kids would come up to me and like force me to sing it.
Oh, you'll be like, sing it,
Yeah,
sing
like,
it.
no,
Yeah.
they'll be like, they're gonna beat me up. They're gonna beat me up if I don't sing it.
Oh shit.
So
Sang to survive.
Freaking
and I mean,
Rialto.
and I know those guys today. You know, I still know them, and
Wow.
they don't know what they did to me. You know.
Yeah. Even though it's kind of bullying shit,
Yeah,
but it
they're
was like
bullying me,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they're making
open
me.
you up.
They knew that I had something.
Yeah.
You know,
They
and
liked
and,
it and they wanted to hear it again.
I had to express it. So I mean, I've just try to mimic other singers like
Yeah.
Stevie Wonder,
Yeah.
Edwin Hawkins, James Cleveland,
Nice.
and
All the greats.
all the greats, man. And
Donny Hathaway.
Donny Hathaway,
No way.
Song for You.
Yeah.
Shout out to Donny Hathaway. May,
Yeah.
may he rest in peace. You
For
know,
real, man.
he was an amazing musician, and
Yeah.
he didn't just do one style of music. He loved country too. You know, and
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like
he's the shit,
you
man.
hear about these guys. You know, people try to put you in a category. You know, oh, he's country or he's rap
R&B
or he,
or-
you know, music is everything.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
Music is everything. We can't live without music.
Nope.
Yeah.
Even if you're not even
It's-
a musician, like
it's in
just
your,
general.
It's in your heartbeat. You need.
Yeah.
If your heart goes out of rhythm, you get arrhythmia. You can have a heart attack.
Yeah,
It's a
for
real-
sure.
That shit's in 6'8".
So I started singing in church. You
Yeah.
know, singing these songs, gospel songs, and then I remember my first time I sang publicly in front of like 10,000 people, and I was in a chorale.
Damn.
They called it a chorale. It's a smaller choir, and I
Was that a convention?
I was at a convention, and I sang "I'm Going Away." You know, the song was about leaving this earth and going away and being in heaven and being in peace
Damn.
and being in, with
You
God.
sang that song?
Yes.
What?
Damn, that's
Oh, it was
Pretty
crazy. It was
That's
crazy.
a crazy ass
How
song.
old
And
were
then
you?
I
and
wanna
then
hear
some
that.
I was like probably like 15 or 16.
We're
damn.
really.
Yeah.
Where-
and
where
I
was
sang
it?
at the Rain Cross Square in Riverside.
shit.
Oh,
I don't
that
know.
was the-
We don't
that
even
was
know
the
this
biggest-
story.
That was a big thing.
10,000
you
people.
know? Yeah. There was about
Wow.
10,000 people.
Shut up.
Yes.
That was the first time you sang
That
in
was
front
the
of
first
people?
time I sang in front of
That
people.
was your first gig. That's crazy.
my legs were like shaking like crazy,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, shit.
I couldn't control them, but I had
Wow.
such a fire in my soul, man. I
You
wanted
couldn't, yeah.
I want to let everybody know that God gave me this gift,
Yeah.
and I got to
Nice.
use it for Him, and I got to use it to elevate the humanity in the world. You
Yeah.
know?
Nice.
That's what's up.
Woo.
So
That's what's up.
I had
Yeah.
no idea, Dad. That's crazy.
First gig.
First gig.
Our first gig was what in Redlands at Market Night in,
In
front of
10
five
people.
in front of.
No, there was quite a bit of people
There was good-
there.
yeah,
No,
was,
no,
there
we
was.
because we got the fools. We started playing and
Yeah.
it was mediocre but fiery, and then fools just stared noticing
Killing it.
like,
I
Yeah,
was
with Mark.
dirty. I couldn't even.
yeah, I remember
I couldn't even
that.
do
I
nothing.
remember
They
that.
gave me a solo. I sucked. I was bad. I was so bad. I often wonder, like, do people remember when you play whack as fuck? Like
Yeah, but I think
honestly,
I think
like,
in those times, like we used to play mediocre,
We were
all
bad.
bad, but
No,
were
it's
just
okay,
learning.
but
We
the,
were just
the,
learning.
but we also
the
played.
spirit,
Yeah, we also
the
played.
spirit was there.
Exactly. We also played soulful and fiery. Like I didn't know how to play shit, but I would
let
swing.
it go.
I would
That's
swing.
what I that's
like,
what I
would
that's
just,
what I always
my
loved
basic
about you
swing
guys.
was like,
yeah.
I heard this old recording. I found it, a blank CD
Of us playing?
of us playing in Golden Boys.
Oh,
It's
Lord.
even
Oh,
before,
crazy.
even
Shit.
before playing
Yeah.
like legit ass
All
jazz.
acoustic.
That shit was kind of swinging. Still,
Yeah.
like all basic.
Yeah, but you were saying that's what you fucked with us, cause
Oh yeah, I mean, I
What was your
went to
pl-
music school and I was in school for such a long time, and then I met Kevin and Tony, and it was just like
Oh,
even though we were like playing shitty and like fucking up all the time, it was like the spirit was there, and we just went for it. And it was,
I feel like you were always good.
No.
I had to catch up to your ass. Honestly, man. But
No, but
I
you
feel
guys, you
man.
guys had something that like I was, I was missing. It was like that soul and that fire, and
The groove.
Love
that
the
like
fire.
yeah, I was like gravitated towards that. Inspiring.
I mean, the fire is the warmth that what I mean, that we can all just like get by the fire and just
let it
like
go. Let
Yeah.
go. Fucking
You
shit.
guys taught me how to.
Expose.
You guys taught me how to access that. You know what I mean? Like
I
get
feel
into
that. I
You
feel
know what I
that.
mean?
playing free and
It's
Yeah.
for everybody. You
Yeah.
know, there's no. It doesn't matter, where you're from. It's for everybody.
Yeah, it's true.
They used to say, "Oh, you're singing like black gospel." Well, that's all I knew. I'm not black. I'm
Yeah. Right.
Mexican.
right.
Yeah,
Chicano.
yeah.
I
You're
was
just doing what
born.
you
I was
love.
born here, but
But honestly,
it moved me.
if they put you on a tape and they send it to somebody, they wouldn't even know the fucking difference anyways.
Yep.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Or
It's just all
Adriana,
soul.
her cousin. She
Anybody.
was singing at the wedding. That shit was what? It was
mean,
straight up professional
it
ass
was
fucking.
fire.
But also piggybacking to what you were saying
Piggybacking.
earlier with
Piggybacking.
the fire. I was trying to piggyback to the.
Picking
No,
backing.
You're saying that you had the fire, like pretty much. I think until we started playing music, that's when I realized, like, all the times that I saw you perform, that I had it in me too.
Are you talking about dad?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Eric.
No,
Yeah.
that I had it in me too. Even though I couldn't sing as good as this fool, and I don't know if I ever could, but that I have it, and that's where me and my brother get it from.
Yep.
I remember Karen shared with me that he used to hear me play in the garage,
Oh,
Fender
definitely.
Rhodes,
Definitely.
and I didn't know how to play the piano, but I just would just go off. I would go off into my own little world and just try to make melody, try to make
make
a
it happen.
connection with God. You
Yeah.
know, try to move his heart.
Mm.
That's deep, man.
Mhm.
When you feel like,
You got nothing else,
yeah,
and you're just trying to connect. Yeah.
give it all to him. Give it all to him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. That was one of my early memories. Like as far as like if I can really think about when I was influenced by somebody who played music, it had to be those times. Like it was such a such a
Hell
like
yeah.
a specific like experience. I remember just being in the house. You would be in the garage, Dad, and I just started hearing the tone of the Rhodes. Like the Rhodes got a specific tone. Like
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
you know what I mean, and it's coming through the walls.
It's
Like
rich.
I'm not even hearing the
melody.
the
This was always
actual
playing
no,
the
but I'm
melody.
not even hearing when I'm little. I was like 3 or even younger. Like I'm not even hearing the actual sound coming from the amp and all that. I
It's
was
all
hearing,
muted.
yeah, it's all muted because it's coming through the wall from the garage. And then I remember I would just kind of peek in and see you just like playing and singing but the sound of the Rhodes was something that
Oh,
really just like always caught my ear because it's such a warm like
Yeah.
you know what I
It's
mean?
all
It's just like
spacey.
once I was older and I was like, oh, it's a Fender Rhodes. That's what I'm hearing. It was just like, when I first heard it again, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
Fender Rhodes was a popular in the 90s. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
They had
Yeah, I
like
know.
digital shit
Yeah,
and
fools are
everything.
playing fucking.
But when I heard it
Yamaha
again,
keyboard.
like some years later, it brought me back so crazy. It's like, oh man, this is a sound I heard
A long
from
time ago.
Yeah.
somewhere ago.
Let me
No,
let me
yeah.
tell you the story of